Good evening, students. In the last class, we discussed problems in indeterminate forms. In this class, we are going to discuss some standard formulas, okay, and limits using expansion, okay. So, standard formulas. Let's start with some standard formula to find limits. Okay, first one, like let's recall binomial expansion. Okay, 1 plus x whole power n. Okay, okay, 1 plus x whole power 1. What is the expansion of 1 plus x whole power 1? It is 1 plus nx plus n into n minus 1 x square by 2 factorial. Okay, and n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 x cube by 3 factorial and so on. Okay, now limit x tends to 0 when x is tending to 0 na? When x is tending to 0, this term x square term, okay, and wait, okay, x square term, x cube term, and these all terms, look, x square term is more closer to 0 compared to x, so these terms will get negligible compared to these two terms. Okay, so we can write it as 1 plus nx. समझ में आ रहा है? When limit x tends to 0. Okay, 1 plus nx. So we can derive some formulas from here. Okay, what we can derive, like let's take limit x tends to a x power n minus a power n by x minus a. Okay, limit x tends to a x power n minus a power n by x minus a. How we can write like this? Limit x tends to a, I want to take a right hand limit. Right hand limit, we can write it as right hand limit equals to right hand limit. What we can write? That is a plus limit h tends to 0, a plus h whole power n minus a power n by x plus a plus h minus a. Okay, so in place of 1 we have a here. Okay, so here I want to take common a outside, so it is a power n, take common outside, a power n common. Okay, so it is 1 plus h by a whole power n minus 1 by denominator we have a cancel, that is h. Okay, so 1 plus h by a whole power n expansion, same formula. We can write this as, we can use directly this, but I want to expand so that you will get habituated. Okay, so here this is a power n, 1 plus x h by whole power n is 1 plus n into h by a plus n into n minus 1 into h square by a square by 2 factorial n plus n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 h cube by 3 factorial by a cube and so on. Okay, समझ में आ रहा है? And carry minus 1 there, minus 1, this is inside bracket. Okay, समझ में आ रहा है? And by h, so minus 1 plus 1 कट गया, so minus 1 plus 1 cancel, Now what to do? Okay. Now see, this is an h by a again. देखो, here denominator we have h and numerator what we left with, that is a power n into, okay, nh by a, okay, and n into n minus 1, okay, h square by a square 2 factorial plus n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into h cube by a cube into 3 factorial and so on, okay, by h, okay. So now limit h tends to 0, what you will take common from limit numerator? Let's take common h common from, take h common from numerator. The denominator we have already h, okay, so we will have h an by h, because this is giving indefinite form 0 0 h equals 0. If you keep this is 0, this is 0, this is 0, so all are 0 and 0 0 by 0 form. So I said yesterday, whenever we get some indefinite form, now we should eliminate such that indefinite form, okay, then we should proceed further. So I want to take h common, okay, so h common liya, then what will happen? H common liya, okay, so what will happen? This is n by a, okay, plus n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial into h by a square plus n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 h square by 3 factorial a cube plus so on, okay. समझ आ रहा है? Now ये देखो, h is not exactly 0 but tends to 0, we can cancel this h, okay, and remaining terms, if you keep this is n by a and this, if you keep h equals 0, then we'll get this is n by a into a power n, this is n into a power n minus 1, okay. समझ में आ रहा है? So what we got, similarly if you find left hand limit also, limit h tends to 0, left hand limit also, this is homework. If you find left hand limit also, then this is limit h tends to 0, okay, a minus h whole power n minus a power n by a minus h minus u. If you find this also, you will get same answer. Try it at home, okay. So what we got, this is n into a power n minus 1, okay, n into a power n minus 1. This is our formula, first formula, okay. You can use this formula, or if you don't want to use it, you can just expand it. It is very easy to do. In my case, I don't want to use the formula, okay. And similarly, second formula, let's write, this is first formula, and limit x tends to 0, 1 plus x, again this is right direct formula, 1 plus x whole power n minus 1 by x, okay. So here this we can write as 1 plus nx plus n into n minus 1 into x square by 2 factorial plus n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 x cube by 3 factorial plus so on. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, camera off. Okay, minus 1, make this minus 1 carries I, this is again x. Okay, so plus 1 minus 1 cancel. Limit h tends to 0. You can keep it as h also if you want. And directly find because left hand and right hand limit you will get same answer here. Same formula. So take x common 0 0 0 0 0 here also 0. So 0 by 0 form. So we can't do directly. So we should eliminate the factor which causes the indeterminate form, that is 0 by 0. So let's take common x. So x by x. So we left with n plus n into n minus 1 by x by 2 factorial plus n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 by x square by 2 factorial 3 factorial plus so on. अब देखो 0 by 0, these are terms. Okay, this is the term which is causing indeterminate form, so we can cancel this out. Okay, because so now if you keep limit x tends to 0, here it is 0, this is 0, this is 0, and all terms are 0 except the first term. So our answer is n. Okay, so you don't need to remember these formulas. This is just if you want, if you remember also good, then if you don't remember also good. For fast solving, you can the question is directly formula based, you can use this. So directly, that is the. So let's solve some questions. Okay, and before going to questions, I want to solve the yesterday's homework question. Okay, the question is limit n tends to infinity cos pi root over n square plus n. Okay, where n is integer, where n is integer. Okay, so now cos pi root over n square plus n. Okay, so since limit n tends to infinity, cos theta varies between -1 and +1. Okay, so क्या करना बताओ, since the cos x varies between -1 and +1, मतलब there must be some answer for this question. So you can't say it is varying, oscillating, there will be some exact answer. So how to solve? So बताओ, infinity plus infinity, okay, infinity square plus infinity. So you should think that why they given this cos trigonometric function, is there, and how you will, when the questions are like this, infinity plus infinity, then if you do a lot of problems, you will get to know कि कुछ करना like manipulation. So trigonometric functions क्यों दिया, जब trigonometric functions ऐसे देते हैं, then you should think कि कुछ यूज कर सकते हैं क्या trigonometry का वगैरह. So here we can write on like इस सोचना है कि cos n pi minus, okay, cos n pi minus x equals to -1 whole power n into cos x. ठीक है. So we can use this here. Why I am using this here? Because if I write like this, then if you should think in brain, मतलब up to few steps. मतलब directly you can't write like maths ऐसे करना है कि up to few steps you should think in brain, then you should keep pen. Okay. So yeah, I written like that. In place of x we have this. Okay. N pi minus root of pi into root of n square plus n. Okay. So if you again rationalize n plus conjugate, so numerator denominator and numerator, ये देखो n by n square of this is n square by square, this is n square plus s, cancel. So we'll have n power 1, denominator n power 1, so cancel, khatam. Then we'll get answer. So till that point you should do in brain. Then if you are getting answer, then you should proceed with pen. Okay, to get so क्या करना है here. So this we can write as minus 1 power n cos of n pi minus pi into root over n square plus l. Okay, this is minus 1 power n cos of, take pi common, n minus root over n square plus n. Okay, so now factorize this one, like now rationalize this. Minus 1 power n cos of n minus root over n square plus n. Okay, n plus root over n square plus n. Okay, by n plus root over n square plus n. समझ में आ रहा है? So here numerator में a plus b into a minus b, what we can write as a square minus b square. So cos of pi into a square minus b square is, sorry, okay, pi into n square minus b square is n square plus n by n plus root over n square plus n. So again here n square cut दिया. Okay, then we left with minus 1 power n cos minus pi n plus n plus root over n square plus n. Okay, समझ में आ रहा ना? So यहाँ क्या करना? See, if you write this, I will write this. ये देखो minus 1 power n cos minus pi n, okay, by n plus root over n square plus n. Okay, so here this is, if you keep n equal to infinity there in numerator, it is infinity and it is infinity by infinity, indeterminate form. So we should eliminate the factor which causes indeterminate form. So let's take common n outside. So it is minus 1 power n cos over n common outside, here also n common, minus pi, okay, 1 plus root over 1 plus 1 by n. Okay, so what we got, Now, so we taken you eliminated the indeterminate form, we can cancel it out. So now n tends to infinity, 1 by n tends to 0, and this is minus pi by 2. Cos of minus pi by 2 तो क्या है? Cos of minus pi by 2 कितने? Cos of minus pi by 2 is 0. So minus 1 power n into 0 equals to 0. Okay, समझ में आ रहा है ना? So what is the answer? So let's solve the problems of today. Limit x tends to x power 10 minus 1024 by x power 5 minus 32. Okay, this we can directly use formula. Okay, or we can do expansion. You use formula, that is homework, and see whether it is getting correct or not. And in this lecture I am doing only right hand limit, note point, and in the homework you should do left hand limit, and you should see whether both are matching or not, both answers. Okay, so this we can write as, कैसे लिख सकते हैं? Right hand limit, if I take right hand limit, that is limit h tends to 0. Okay, 2 plus h whole power 10 minus 1024 by 2 plus h whole power 5 minus 32. Okay, so it is now take 2 power 10 common. 1024 is 2 power 10. Okay, so 2 power 10 common ले लिया, so 1 plus h by 2 whole power 10 minus 1 by डिनोमिनेटर में 2 power 5 कॉमन लिया, ले लो 2 power 5 1 plus h by 2 whole power 5 minus 1. Okay, समझ में आ रहा ना? So now begin. This we can write as 2 power 5 कट गया डिनोमिनेटर ऊपर, so 2 power 5 again 1 plus h by 2 whole power 10. Using expansion we can write it as 1 plus nx, 1 plus x whole power n is 1 plus x whole power n is 1 plus nx into nx plus n into n minus 1 into x square by 2 factorial plus n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into x square by 3 factorial ऐसे. So in place of n we get 10, we have 10. So 10 into h by 2, okay, plus 10 into 10 minus 1 into h square by 2 factorial. I am using 1 plus x whole power n formula. Okay, expansion 2 factorial plus so on. Okay, minus 1, we have minus 1. Similarly in denominator we have 1 plus 5 into h by 2. Okay, 5 into 5 minus 1 4 into h square by 2 factorial and so on minus 1. समझ में आ रहा है ना? So ये minus 1 plus 1 कट गया, minus 1 plus 1 कट गया. Okay, so this is 2 power 5 10 h by 2 h 5 h plus 10 9s are 90, 90 into 2 means 90 by 2 is 45 h square plus h cube somewhere छोड़ दो. Again 5 h by 2 plus 5 4 is 20, 20 by 2 10 h square plus ऐसे okay समझ में आ रहा है now क्या कर सकते हैं इससे if you keep h equal 0 here, this is 0, this is 0, and next term is 0, having that is having h terms now. This is 0, this is 0, so 0 by 0 form. So we should eliminate the factor that causes 0 by 0 form. So take common h from numerator, 2 power 5 into h, okay, so that is 5 plus 45 h plus having h terms, okay. Similarly h common, 5 by 2 plus 10h plus some h square, oh there you go, okay. Now h is not exactly 0 but tends to 0, so we can cancel this out. So it is now keep h here, this is 0, this is 0, and all 0, this is 0, this is 0, but these two terms are not 0. So we have 2 power 5 into 5 by 5 by 2, this is 2 power 6 equals to 64, okay. समझ में आ रहा है? Similarly, like if you use formula, what is the formula I said? That is what is the formula I said? Formula is limit x tends to 0, like x tends to a, x power n minus a power 1 by x minus a is n into a power n minus 1, okay. So here this we can write as limit x tends to 2, x power 10 minus 2 power 10 divide multiply and divide by x minus 2, okay, because in place of a we have 2, so x minus 2 by x power 5 minus 32 by x minus 2, okay. So since individual limit adjust, we can separate these limits. So it will be this limit x tends to 2 f of x while limit x tends to 2 g of x, where f of x is this term and g of x is this term, okay. So limit x tends to f of x is formula n into a power n minus 1, in place of n we have 10, okay. So 10 into a power 2 power n minus 1, this is 9, again here n into a power n minus 1, in place of n we have 5, 5 into a power a is 2, n minus 1, 5 minus 1 is 4, so 5 2s are 2 into 2 power 5, this is again 64, before we got 64 and this is 64, okay. In my opinion, uh, if you don't use formula and if you expand yourself, that is good, because using formula may not be good always. Remembering formula, try to expand and do yourself always. Next question. Limit x tends to 2 x power n minus 2 power n by x minus 2 equals to 80, and x belongs to n, okay. And find the value of n equals to kya? So we just use the formula, we can directly use formula if you want. N into this is n into a power n minus 1 equals to 80, n kya, that is we should find, and a is 2, so n into 2 power n minus 1 equals to 80, okay. So this right hand we can write as 16 into 5, okay. 80 we can write as 16 into 5, so n into 2 power n minus 1. 16 we can write as 2 power 4 na? N into 2 power n minus 1 equals to 5 into 2 power 4. Okay, if you compare left hand side and right hand side, in place of n we have 5. Well, 2 power n minus 1 equals to 4 means 1. N minus 1 equals to 4 in power. Okay, plus n equals to 5. Or we can see here also 5. Okay, so that is the answer. Very easy question. These type of questions can be asked for integers. So, JEE mains. Question, next question. Limit x tends to 1 root x plus 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 x minus 1. Okay, so root x tends to 1 root x plus double root x, then 3 roots x and 4 root x minus 4 by x minus 1. Okay, so what we can write, what we can do. So I want to take right hand limit. In homework you do left hand limit. Okay, and see whether both limits are equal or not. Okay, right hand limit. Well, so limit h tends to 0. This is 1 plus h whole power 1 by 2. Okay, this we can write as 1 plus h whole power 1 by 4 plus 1 plus h whole power 1 by 8 plus 1 plus h whole power 1 by 16 minus 4 by 1 plus h whole minus 1. Okay, can we write like this? Okay, 1 plus h whole power 1 by 2 expansion, same using 1 plus x whole power n formula, is 1 plus nx plus n into n minus 1 into n x square by 2 factorial plus n into n minus 1 by n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into x square by 2 3 factorial and so on. So here, so this we can write as 1 plus half h plus half into minus half n into n minus 1 by h square plus 2 factorial plus so on. Okay, this is first term. The second term we can write as 1 plus 1 by 4 h plus 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 minus 1 is minus 3 by 4 minus 3 by 4 into h square by 2 factorial plus so on. This is second term. Okay, the third term, that is 1 plus 1 by 8 h plus 1 by 8 minus 1 is minus 1 by 8 plus. Okay, the fourth term is 1 plus 1 by 16 h plus 1 by 16 into minus 5 by 15 by 16 the h square by 2 factorial minus 4. Okay, so we got 4 terms: first term, second term, third term, fourth term. So here in each term you have 1 here. Okay, again in denominator we have h, that is 1 by h equals to 1 by h. Okay, so 1 1 1 1 cancel with 4. Okay, now the remaining terms. Hey, let's take a common of coefficient of h. Coefficient of h is 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8 and 1 by 16. What is the sum? If you sum up the, what will you will get? If you sum up coefficients of h, then you will get 1 by 16 plus 1 by 8 is 2 by 16. 2 by 16 plus 4 by 16. 7 by 16. 7 by 16 plus 8 by 16. 15 by 16. 15 by 16 h plus, this is minus 1 by 4, some constant c1 into h square plus c2 into h cube, so on. I don't know c1 and c2. I don't want to calculate. No use. By h. Okay. Now this is h square h cube. If you keep h equal 0 in numerator, what will happen? 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 by 0. That is indefinite form. So whenever question have indefinite form, we should eliminate the indefinite form. Okay. To proceed further. So I want to eliminate. Take h common. H by h. 15 by 16 plus c1 into h plus c2 into h. c1 plus c2. c1 into h, c2 into h square plus so on. So here h is not exactly 0 but tends to 0, isn't right? So if you keep h equal 0, 0, 0, these all terms will become 0, 0, 0, 0, etc. So we left with 15 by 16. Okay. समझ में आ रहा ना? 15 by 16. So let's go to next question. Okay. Limit x tends to 0. Okay. 4x minus 1 whole power 1 by 3. Okay. Plus a plus bx by x equals to 1 by 3. Find a and b. Okay. So this is the question. Find a and b. How to find? बताओ. So here in the previous question you do the left hand limit. Okay. Here limit x tends to 0. Now I want to take right hand limit. Right hand limit is limit h tends to 0. F of 0 plus h is 4 into 4h minus 1. 4 plus b into 0 plus h, that is bh by denominator h. Okay. So now we can expand this quantity 4h minus 1 whole power minus 1. Let's take a common minus 1. Minus 1 or that is 1 minus 4h whole power 1 by 3 plus a plus bh by h. Okay. So here minus 1 minus 4h whole power 1 by 3. Again 1 plus x whole power and expansion. In place of n we have 1 by 3. In place of x we have 4 minus 4h. Okay. So it is 1 plus 1 by 3, 1 plus n x, and into minus 4h plus 1 by 3, n into n minus 1 minus 2 by 3, and 4 minus 4h whole square by 2 factorial, and so on, plus a plus bx. Okay. By h. Okay. समझ में आ रहा है? समझ में आ रहा है. Now Now if you observe the numerator na, observe करो, minus is up to here only. Okay, if you observe the numerator, what you can observe, they said that it is equals to 1 by 3. Okay, मतलब at what time if you observe very carefully, what time you will get 1 by 3, बताओ. Let's take example ki if numerator having, okay, I am taking one special example. A plus bx by h. Remember, h stands to 0. If a is not equal to 0, na, then you will get, this is bh. Okay, you will get a by h plus, okay, some b. So this is h is tending to 0. This tends to infinity. समझ में आ रहा है. So इसका अर्थ है कि if there is no h and let's take a plus bh plus ch square, then what we will get, a by h plus b plus ch. This is 0, so it is a by h. This is, if limit h tends to 0, this tends to infinity, this is b, this is 0, so it is again infinity. So for getting finite value, a must be equal to 0. Okay, the constant term must be equal to 0 for getting some finite value. समझ में आ रहा है ना. If it is 0, then this term won't be there, so we'll have some b plus ch, and h equal 0, so we'll get only b. If a equal 0, then here we in place this is 0, this is 0 plus this is b, and h tends to 0, this is 0, then we'll get some constant value. Okay, so for getting finite value, the a should be equal, the constant term should be equal to 0. Okay, so here what is the constant terms? Here -1 and here plus a. This is bh, this is not a constant, this is bh. Okay, so then we can say a -1 equal to 0. Okay, so we can say a equal to 1. समझ में आ रहा है. Similarly, the first order term -4/3 plus minus into minus plus y plus 4/3h. Okay, plus, and this is first order term plus bh equals to, and we first order terms. Okay, so if you after so see, and the first order terms which give you constant value. Okay, the second order terms hota hai na, after cancelling with h, let's take example ki okay, let's erase this. These are the first order terms, and the second order terms which has some c1 into h square plus c2 into h cube terms hai na, these all terms by h. After cancelling h also, this gives 0. Okay, so the constant term is giving by only first order terms, this value. So denominator we have h cancel, so first order terms, so we can write it 4/3 plus and we have a also, I guess. Okay, 4/3 plus b equals to 1/3. Okay, so we can say b equals to -1. Okay, समझ में आ रहा है. The constant terms give you 0, give you infinity, and the second order terms, third order terms, fourth order terms will give you 0. The first order term will give you constant term. Okay, समझ में आ रहा है. Okay, let's end up this questions here. Let's go to let's start limits using expansion. Okay, limits using expansion. Okay, Let's recall Taylor series. You know Taylor series. Taylor series. From Taylor series, we can write f of x equals to f of 0 plus, okay, f dash of 0 into x square by 2 factorial plus f double dash of 0 into x cube by uh, sorry, f dash of 0 into x square by 2 factorial, okay, plus f3 triple dash of 0 into x cube by 3 factorial plus so on, okay. This is our Taylor expansion. So now let's use this for finding some limits. So let's find ln of first one, ln 1 plus x, logarithm of 1 plus x, okay. So this is our f of x. What is the value of f of 0? Ln of 1 plus 0. So it is ln 1. What is the value of ln 1? Is ln 1 is 0, okay. So f of 0 is 0. 0 plus f dash of 0. So let's okay, we can write next step ln 1 plus 0, and f dash of 0 is f dash of ln 1 plus x is 1 by 1 plus x. So f dash of 0, that is 1 by 1 plus, okay, we can initially, okay, 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 0 we can write directly into x, f double dash of 0, f dash of 0 is 1 by 1 plus x, and f double dash is minus 1 by 1 plus x whole square. So if you keep 0, it is minus 1 into x square by 2 plus f3 triple dash of 0, that is minus 1 by x plus 1 whole square, that is plus 2 by x plus 1 whole cube. So if you give 0 there, minus plus 2, that is plus 2, we will get that is 3 to the 6 na? So we will get 1 by 3 x cube and so on. So you will get x minus x square by 2 plus x cube by 3 minus x square 4 by 4 and so on, okay. This is ln of 1 plus x expansion, okay. Similarly ln of 1 minus x expansion, in place of x keep minus x, okay. So in place of x we should keep minus x here, so it is minus x minus of x square minus x whole square by 2, okay. Here again plus minus x whole cube by 3 minus x whole power 4 by 4 and so on, okay. So it is, समझ में आ रहा ना, it is equals to minus x, it is minus x square by 2 minus x cube by 3, because minus of x cube is again minus x square by 4 and so on. This is ln of 1 minus x expansion, okay. So ln of 1 plus x is this, and ln of x minus 1 minus x is this, and all terms will have minus symbol here, because in place of x we are keeping minus x, and minus of x in even terms is always even terms don't change, but odd terms changes, okay. Odd term will have opposite side. So similarly you can use the same formula for other terms, other expansions, e power x. You can use the same process. If you for e power x also, you will get 1 plus x square by 2 factorial plus x cube by 3 factorial plus x power 4 by 4 factorial and so on. For e power x you will get this type of expansion, okay. Similarly we will get e power minus x. For e power minus x, in place of x you keep minus x. Okay, so 1 plus minus x. Minus x square is again plus x square, that is plus x square by 2 factorial minus x cube by 3 factorial plus x power 4 by 4 factorial and so on. Okay, similarly a power x expansion, that is 1 plus, if you use the same formula you will get 1 plus x log a base c. Okay, plus x square by 2 log a base c whole power whole square plus so on. Okay, similarly you will get for sin x equals to x minus x cube by 3 factorial. Okay, plus x power 5 by 5 factorial and so on. Similarly cos x expansion, you will get 1 minus x square by 2 factorial plus x power 4 by 4 factorial minus x power 6 by 6 factorial and so on. Okay, so you can if you use that formula you will get, if you use this expansion you will get, okay, f of x is cos x and f of x are these terms, and find f of 0 and get results. These are the results. Okay, similarly you will get tan x also. Tan x is x plus x cube by 3 plus 2 by 15 x power 5 and so on. Okay, so these are some formulas. So let's solve some questions using this expansion formulas. Okay, first one, limit x tends to 0 sin x minus x by x cube. Okay, so then I will find only right hand limit. Left hand limit is your homework. Okay, and see whether right hand limit and left hand limit are not equal. If not equal, write in comment section. Okay, so right hand limit I am taking limit h tends to 0 f of 0 plus h. Okay, so that is sin 0 plus h minus 0 plus h by 0 plus h cube. This is sin h minus h by h cube. Okay, what is the, now this is our, we should find what is the expansion of sin h. Sin h is, we written sin x expansion is sin x expansion, what we have, x minus x cube by 3 factorial plus x power 5 by 5 factorial and so on. In place of h we have h, so what will be the sin h form expansion? That is h minus h cube by 3 factorial plus h power 5 by 5 factorial minus h power 7 by 7 factorial and so on, and we have minus h by h cube. Okay, समझ में आ रहा है? Good. So plus h and minus h we can cancel कर दो भाई. So we'll have minus h cube by 3 factorial plus h power 5 by 5 factorial minus h power 7 by 7 factorial and so on by h cube. Okay, by h cube. So now what we'll do, put h equals 0, limit h tends to 0 na? So if you keep h equals 0 in numerator, this is 0, this is 0, this is 0, all zeros, and the denominator also 0. Okay, so 0 by 0 form, which is indeterminate form. Okay, so I said whenever we get 0 by 0 form, we should eliminate the indeterminate form. Okay, first. So here let's take common h cube. If you take h cube, that is the smallest power here. Okay, and note point, one note point is what is the note point? Whenever question asks limit x tends to infinity, take highest power of x, highest power of x, that is x power n, x, that is x power n. N is very high. Okay, and whenever question asks limit x tends to 0, take lowest power of x, lowest power of x common. Okay, x power n, and n is very, n should be very low. Here lowest power is h cube. Okay, we should take h cube outside. समझ में आ रहा है ना? Yesterday we took all x powers with all x powers with highest x. Okay, highest power. Here now we should take lowest power. So h cube will take common, h cube by h cube. So minus 1 by 3 factorial plus h square by 5 factorial and so on. So देखो, h is not exactly 0 but tends to 0. So it can be cancelled. And here if you keep inside h equals 0, and this is 0 and other terms are 0 except this term, first term. So h cube काट गया. So that is left with minus 1 by 3 factorial plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. It is minus 1 by 3 factorial is minus 1 by 6. Okay, समझ में आ रहा है ना? So this is our answer. So let's go to next question. Okay, limit x tends to 0. Okay, 5 sin x minus 7 sin 2x plus 3 sin 3x by x square sin x. Okay, so this is our question. Here also I am taking only right hand limit. Homework, left hand limit. With the right hand, if the answer is not matching with left hand limit, write me in the comment section. Okay, so right hand limit is limit h tends to 0, sine of 0 plus h. Find sine of 0 plus h is sine h minus sine of 2 into 0 plus h is 2h plus 3 into sine 3h by x square sine h. Okay, so find sine h. Again expand sine h, sine 2h, sine 3h, all three terms here. Okay, so let's expand 5 into what is the expansion of sine h? We written h minus h cube by 3 factorial plus h power 5 by 5 factorial and so on. Okay, minus 7 into, okay, 7 into sine 2h, that is 2h minus 2h whole cube by 3 factorial plus 2h whole power 5 by 5 factorial and so on plus 3 Sin 3h. Sin 3h is 3h minus 3h whole cube by 3 factorial plus 3h whole power 5 by 5 factorial and so on. Okay. Now by x by this is h square. Okay. By h square. Okay. And sin h. What is the value of sin expansion of sin h? H minus h cube by 3 factorial plus h power 5 by 5 factorial minus h power 7 by 7 factorial and so on. Okay. Observe the numerator clearly. Okay. Okay. Observe the numerator clearly. बताओ. So it is 5h. Let's take coefficients of each h powers. Okay. This is 5h. This is minus 14. 5 minus 14 is minus 9. And this is plus 9h. Minus 9h plus 9h is 0. So we have 0h. Okay. Again, minus 5 by 3 factorial. Okay. Minus 5 by 3 factorial, and it is minus into minus plus 7 2 cube by 8 7 is 56 plus 56 by 3 factorial. Okay. And here minus 3 cube 27 into 3 81 minus 81 by 3 factorial into h cube. Okay. And some constant c1 into h power 5 and c2 into h power 7 and so on. Okay. By here let's take common h common, then we'll get h cube here. H cube 1 minus h cube by 3 factorial. Okay. H square by 2 3 factorial plus h power 4 by 5 factorial and so on. The question comes ki why I taken h common here, because that is the lowest possible power of h, and this is 0 by 0 we are getting. Okay. So it is 0, everything is 0 by 0. So we should remove the factor which causes indeterminate form. So I taken h common here. Here also I should take lowest power, I said. So lowest power, it is h cube, it is h power 5. So lowest power is h cube. Here also h cube, lowest possible power in denominator. So numerator h cube 0 h plus. Okay. This is 0. Okay, h cube. This is minus 5 plus 56 is plus 51. 51 minus 81 is minus 30. Minus 30 by 3 factorial. Okay. Plus some constant into, okay, h cube ले लिया common. Some constant into h cube ले लिया common, and it is h square. Some constant into c2 into h cube ले लिया, that is h power 4 and so on. By again denominator also h cube ले लिया common, that is 1 minus h square by 3 factorial plus h power 4 by 5 factorial and so on. So now here h cube cancel. So because it is the term which is causing indeterminate, so we should eliminate the term. So remaining term, if you keep h equal 0 here, it is 0 0 0 0 0 and left with minus 30 by 3 factorial, and here also 0 0 0 0. So we'll get minus 30 by 3 factorial. 3 factorial is 6, 6 5 are, so answer is minus 5. Okay, understand? Good. Okay, so answer is minus 5. Let's go to next question. limit x tends to 0, sin x plus log of 1 minus x by x square. Okay, this is our question. Limit x tends to 0, sin x by log of 1 minus x by x square. Here also I want to take right hand limit, and left hand limit is your homework. Okay, good. So it is equals to limit, right hand limit is limit h tends to 0, f of 0 plus h. Okay, it is limit h tends to 0, f of 0 plus h is sin h plus log of 1 minus h by h square. Okay, so it is sin h, expansion of sin h is h minus h cube by 3 factorial plus h power 5 by 5 factorial minus h power 7 by 7 factorial and so on. Okay, and similarly expansion of log of 1 minus h, I said what is that? That is minus h square by 2 minus h cube by 3 and so on. Okay, yes, and divided by h square. So here if you observe now, what you can observe, plus h and minus h, plus h and minus h get cancelled. Okay, so we left with what we left with, this is minus h square term here, minus h square by 2, here minus h square by 3 factorial, and here also some h cube term. Here we don't have, here we can have. Okay, so okay, so here again h power 4 term minus h power 4 by 4 plus h power 5 by 5 factorial and so on. Here denominator h square, so lowest possible power is h square. This is 0 0 0 0 0, this is 0 0 by 0, so 0 by 0 when you will get, so you should eliminate the term which causes indefinite form. So h square, let's take h square common from numerator, so h square common ले लिया, so h square denominator h square common, so answer is minus 1 by 2 plus minus some constant into h square common ले ले, h cube से constant into h cube, or well, I'm not writing that constants because it is waste of time. So 0 by we should cancel this out, and if you keep h equal 0 here, this is 0, this is 0, everything is 0 except the first term, that is minus 1 by 2 also. Okay, good. So that is the answer. Let's go to the next question. Okay. Next question is limit x tends to 0, e power sin x. Okay, and e power sin x minus 1 plus sin x by tan of sin x whole square. Okay, this is our question. Okay, good. So how will you solve? Again I want to take right hand limit, and homework is left hand limit, and if the answer is not right, you should write it comment. So right hand limit, if you take, that is limit h tends to 0, f of 0 plus h, that is e power sin h minus 1 plus sine h, okay, by tan of sine h whole square. Okay, so e power sine h, what is the expansion? We know e power x expansion, that is 1 plus x square by 2 factorial plus x cube by 3 factorial and so on. In place of x we have sine h. Okay, so we can write it as 1 plus sine h plus sine h whole square by 2 factorial plus sine h whole cube by 3 factorial and so on. Okay, similarly minus of 1 plus h. Okay, minus of 1 plus h we can write as minus 1 minus sine h divided by tan of sine tan x expansion is, you know, x plus x plus x cube by 3 plus x cube by 3 plus 2 by 15 x power 5 and so on. Okay, so in place of x we have sine h. Okay, so we can write it as, so sine h plus uh, sine h whole cube by 3 factorial. Okay, and 2 by 15 sine h whole power 5 and so on whole square. Okay, समझ में आ रहा है ना? Okay, good. Here minus 1 minus sin h, there minus plus 1 minus plus sin h. We can cancel these both. Okay, so what we will get left with? Sine square, sine cube and so on. Here sine cube and so on. So if h tends to 0, sine h is 0. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. So here h is sine h is making you indefinite form. So lowest power of sine is here sine square, here also sine square. So we can take common sine square. Okay, so I want to take common sine square h. So sine square h common from numerator, what we will get? 1 by 2 factorial plus sine h by 3 factorial and so on. Okay, by denominator sine square, this is square, this is sine square h 1 plus sine square by 3 plus here 2 by 15 2 by 15 sine power 4 and so on whole square. This is equals to, since sine h is not exactly 0 but tends to 0, we can cancel this both. So it is, except first term, all jumps having sine h term, sine h cube. So we can, this is 0, this is 0, this is 0. Here also sine h square is 0, sine h power 4 is 0 and all 0. So we will have 1 by 2 answer. Okay, good. देखो समझ में आ रहा ना? So next question. Next question. Okay. Question is limit x tends to 0, 1 by x square minus 1 by sine square x. Okay. So limit x tends to 0, 1 by x square minus 1 by sin square x. So here again I am taking right hand limit only, and you should take left hand limit, and you should cross check the answer. If the right hand limit, if the left hand limit is not matching with right hand limit answer, then you should give it comments. Okay. So right hand limit, what is the right hand limit? Limit h tends to 0, f of 0 plus h. F of 0 plus h is equals to limit h tends to 0. F of 0 plus h is 1 by h square minus 1 by sin square h. Okay. So it is limit h tends to 0. This term is 1 by 0. That is infinity. Limit h tends to 0. This term is 1 by 0. This is infinity. So it is in the form of infinity minus infinity. Okay. Infinity minus infinity. Infinity minus infinity. So it is indeterminate form. So we should remove the indeterminacy. So we should remove the factor. We should eliminate the factor which causes indeterminacy. So directly we can't remove like this. So we should convert into some 0 by 0 form or something by doing some manipulations, LCM वगैरह. So let's take LCM. So we can do this as 1 by h square sin square h, that is sin square h minus h square. Okay. So this we can write as sin square h. What is the expansion of sin h? Sin h is expansion in h minus h cube by 3 factorial plus h power 5 by 5 factorial and so on. So whole square. So that is h minus h cube by 3 factorial plus h power 5 by 5 factorial and so on, whole square minus h square by h square into similarly h minus h cube by 3 factorial plus h power 5 by 5 factorial and so on, whole square. Okay. So now here take h common outside in numerator, then we will have h square common. So that is, this is 1 minus h square by 3 factorial, okay, plus h power 4 by 5 factorial whole square minus 1 t by here what you will take common here. Okay, ऐसे छोड़ दो denominator for some time. Okay, h square for h power 4 common, lowest possible power, so that is 1 minus h square. Okay. So h square by 3 factorial plus h power 4 by 5 factorial and so on, whole square. Okay. So so here again a plus b, a minus b, a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. What is the formula? बताओ. That is h square common here, h square into a minus b whole square is a square plus b square, that is h square by 3 factorial, okay, minus h power 4 by 5 factorial and so on, whole square. Okay. Minus 2ab, minus 2 into ab, okay, b is h square by 3 factorial minus h power 4 by 5 factorial and so on. Okay, minus 1 and denominator as it is, denominator as it is, h power 4 1 minus h square by 3 factorial plus h power 4 by 5 factorial and so on, whole square. Okay. Now here minus 1 plus 1 cancel. Okay. Now here go. What is the smallest power possible in the numerator? That is, here we don't have any constant terms. Here h square is the term and h power 4 is the smallest here. So you should take h square common here. So we can take h power 4 total common. So यहाँ h power 4 common लेते तो क्या होता है? Here h square by this whole term. Let's take this is whole term by some h square. Okay. Minus here 2 by 1 by 3 factorial by h square by 5 factorial and so on. Okay. Minus by here h power 4 by 1 minus h square by 3 factorial plus h power 4 by 5 factorial and so on whole square. Okay. देखो here the power is h power 4 h square. It means h power 4. H power 4 by h square is still h square. You are not getting any constant term. But here देखो there is one constant term 2 minus 2 by 3 factorial. Here again h square. Means after cancelling na h power 4 h power 4, this whole term will be 0 and यहाँ से ये भी 0 हो जाएगा. Only constant term left is minus 2 by 3 factorial and this is also 0. So our answer is minus 2 by 3 factorial, that is minus 1 by 3. समझ में आ रहा है? Okay. So let's move to the next question. Limit x tends to 0 cos 4x, okay, plus a cos 2x plus b by x power 4, okay, is finite. Then find the value of a and b. Find a and b. Okay. So here they said it is finite. Limiting value is finite and they are asking a and b values. So again here also I am taking right hand limit only and the homework is left hand limit and compare the answer. If the answer is wrong, keep it in the comment. Don't forget. So limit h tends to 0 f of 0 plus h. So that is cos 4h plus a cos 2h plus b by h power 4. This is limit h tends to 0. Cos 4h, that is 1 minus 4h 1 minus 4h 1 minus x square 4h square by 2 factorial plus 4h whole power 4 by 4 factorial and so on plus a into 1 minus 2h whole square by 2 factorial plus 2h whole power 4 by 4 factorial and so on plus b, okay, by h power 4. Okay. So देखो, now they said this is finite. What does it mean finite? Finite means I said already the powers, this is the lowest power high is h power 4. So the powers of numerator of h, the coefficients of numerator of h containing h power 4 will have constant and remaining h cube terms h square terms coefficients must be equal 0, because if they are not 0 then their h cube by h power 4 tends to infinity, but they said it is finite, so h cube coefficients h square coefficients must be equal 0 and other coefficients will be already 0. Okay. So the coefficients which are less than 4 or 0. So here 1 constants, 1 plus a plus b constants term. Let's take h power 0 coefficients. Coefficients of h power 0 must be equal 0. So 1 plus a plus b equal to 0. Okay, implies a plus b equals to 1 plus a plus b. Okay, a plus b equals to -1. Okay. Similarly, coefficients of h square, that also 0. Coefficients of h square equal 0. So that are here 4 square 16. 16 by -1 by 8. No? Okay, here minus 2 square 4 minus a by 2 plus b. This is also 0. So 4 power 4, no, this one 4 factorial, sorry. Okay, 4 square 16. 16 by 2, 16 by 2 minus 1 by minus 8. No? 16 by 2 minus 8, and here minus 2a. Okay, 2a plus b, b नहीं है. So okay, equal 0. So then we can write as 2a equals to minus 8, then it means a equals to minus 4. A equals to minus 4 means a plus b equals minus 1, means b equals to 3. ठीक है, ठीक है. A equals to minus 4 and b equals to 3. That is our answer. So similarly, next question. Next question. So next question is limit x tends to 0 cos square x minus cos x minus e power x. Okay, cos x plus e power x minus x cube by 2 by x power n. ठीक है, is a finite non-zero number. Find the integral value of n. Find n such that finite non-zero number. This value is finite non-zero integer. Okay, so they given that is this is finite and non-zero number, so we should find the value of n. Okay, so how to do, बताओ बच्चों, how to do. So here similarly I will take right hand limit and homework is left hand limit. Okay, so right hand limit is f of 0 plus h, that is limit h tends to 0 cos square h, ठीक है, minus cos h plus minus e power h into cos h plus e power h minus h cube by 2 by x power h power n. ठीक है, so here let's take cos h common here. Cos h here, okay, cos h common ले लिया, then it is cos h minus 1. ठीक है, and here e power h common लेते हैं, minus e power h common लेते हैं. ठीक है, that is again cos h minus 1 minus h cube by 2 लेते हैं. ठीक है, by h power n. So now again cos h कॉमन ले लो, cos h minus 1 कॉमन ले लो, cos h minus 1 लॉग देखो तो क्या होता है, cos h minus e power h minus h cube by 2 by h power n. ठीक है. So here this is what we got. So we should expand, we should again take expansion of each term. So what we will do for h naught, cos h expansion is 1 minus h square by 2 factorial plus h for 4 by 4 factorial and so on, minus 1. Again here also cos h expansion is 1 minus h square by 2 factorial plus h power 4 by 4 factorial and so on, minus e power h expansion 1 plus h square by 2 factorial plus h cube by 3 factorial and so on. Okay. So again minus h cube by 2, ठीक है, by h power n. So this is our question. Now what now? They said that the answer is finite. Okay, when you will get finite, I said when you will get finite, when you will get finite when the powers like this the powers which are less than n, like h power n minus 1, coefficient of h power n minus 1 should be equal 0, h power n minus 2 equal 0. These are constant term also equal 0. Okay, then only you will get finite answer. If not, you will get infinite. Okay, so here let's see. Okay, here let's multiply 1 with all terms. So here I think something cancellation होता है, 1 cancel. ठीक है, so here also 1 cancel. So here minus h square plus h power 4 by 4 factorial. Okay, here again that is minus h square plus h square cancel 0. That is again minus h cube by 3 factorial. Again plus h power 4 minus h power 4. Okay, it is plus h cube h power 4 minus h power 4 cancel. Maybe you will get some terms here. Okay, and h cube by 2 by h power n. Okay, so now h square first term into these all terms, what you will get, that is minus into minus plus h cube. Again minus into minus plus h power 5 by 3 factorial and plus so on. Similarly second term into these all terms, minus h power 5 by 4 factorial minus into minus h power 7 by 3 factorial and so on, minus h cube by 3, and third term also you can multiply. Okay, and by h power n. Okay, so here ठीक है, something mistake. h cube plus 3 factorial. So here mm, mm, let's rewrite the question. Okay, this is a mistake again. What we got? Cos square x minus cos square x minus cos x minus e power x cos x plus e power x minus x square by 2. ठीक है, अच्छा x cube by 2 by x power n. ठीक है. So here I took common cos x here and cos x minus 1, and here also cos e power x, take common cos x 1 minus cos x. So cos x minus 1. ठीक है. Here again e power x 1 minus cos x means minus e power x common 1 minus cos x. So here cos x minus 1 into cos x minus e power x, cos x minus 1 into cos x minus e power x. Okay, so let's solve this. Cos x minus 1 is that is 1 minus what is h square by 2 factorial plus h power 4 by 4 factorial minus 1. ठीक है. ठीक है. Now again cos x is 1 minus h square by 2 factorial plus h power 4 by 4 factorial so on minus e power x is minus 1 minus h square by 2 factorial minus h cube by 3 factorial and so on. Okay, minus h cube by 3 h cube by 2. So here so plus 1 minus 1 cancel, plus 1 minus 1 cancel. Okay, this is minus h square by 2 plus h square by h power 4 by 4 factorial and so on. Yeah. Here also plus 1 minus 1 cancel. Okay, this is minus h square minus h square. Okay, so here it is minus h square minus h cube by 3 factorial. Okay, plus h power 4 by 4 factorial and so on minus h cube by 2. Okay, so here now if you multiply now what will happen? Minus h cube. Okay, minus into minus plus h cube by 2. Okay, now we are getting minus into minus plus h power 4 by 2. Okay, so again minus into minus plus h power 5 by 2 into 3 factorial and so on. Similarly second term minus multiplication of h power 4 and this whole term, that is minus h power 5 by 4 factorial, again minus h power 6 by 4 factorial and so on. Okay, so this is the second term we got, and this is left with h cube by 2. So there h cube by 2 and here h cube by 2 cancel. समझ में आ रहा है? If you after multiplication of this term and this whole term you got this second term and this whole term and all terms, remaining terms no need because there are big terms. H cube by 2 they given h cube by 2, so cancel. So we will have h power 4 terms, one h power 4 term and remaining that is, so the least term h power 4 by 2 plus some constant into h power 5, so plus constant into h power 6 and so on, by denominator we have h power n. Okay, so this is what we got finally. So they said that finite and non-zero. Finite and non-zero. See, let's take example. H is finite and non-zero. Na? Let's take example n greater than 5, n greater than 4. If n greater than 4, now what will happen? This is h. Let's take example n equals to 5. This is h power 5, and this is h power 4. Then it is tending to infinity. समझ में आ रहा है? So if it is n less than 3 also, this whole term is 0. They said finite and non-zero number. N less than 3, less than 4 also, it is whole term equal 0. N less than 4 means n equals 3. This is h. N equals 3, that whole term, this is going to infinity, and this going to 0. They said finite and non-zero. Okay, this value. So for finite and non-zero, n should be must equals 4. When you keep n equals 4, what will happen? This is h power 4, h power 4 by 2 plus c1 into h power 5 and so on by h power 4. Then you will get this is 1 by 2, this is plus c1 into h and so on. c1 into these all terms, c2 into h square, these all terms equal 0, then answer is 1 by 2. समझ में आ रहा है? So ऐसे करना. So let's go to last question. Okay. Limit x tends to 0, e power x plus e power x minus e power minus x minus 2x by x minus sine x. Okay. So here also similarly I will write only right hand limit and you do left hand limit at home, and cross check it. If answer is wrong, then keep it in comments. So right hand limit is limit h tends to f of 0 plus h. This is equals to, that is equals to limit h tends to 0, e power h minus e power minus h minus 2 into h by h minus sine h. E power h expansion, that is 1 plus h square by 2 factorial plus h cube by 3 factorial and so on. So again similar, e power minus h 1 minus h plus h square by 2 factorial minus h cube by 3 factorial and so on, minus 2h by h minus sine h expansion, h minus h cube by 3 factorial plus h power 5 by 5 factorial and so on. Okay. Now 1 cancel. Okay, and minus into minus plus h, so it is plus h 2h cancel. Okay, and left with h square, it is h square plus h square by 3 factorial, 2 into h square by 3 factorial. ठीक है, h cube by 3 factorial. Okay, and so on, and here also h cancel. Okay, minus into minus plus. Okay, sorry, h square by 2 factorial cancel. So 2 into h cube is again 2 into h power 5 by 5 factorial. ठीक है, plus minus. Okay, this also cancel, and 2 into h power 7 by 7, मतलब these all terms आता है ऐसे, some terms. Okay, here h cube by 3 factorial. Okay, plus h power 5 by minus h power 5 by 5 factorial and so on. Here the lowest term is h cube can take common, h cube take common, and that is 2 by 3 factorial plus some c1 into h power something, again by h cube take common, that is 1 by 3 factorial, some constant into h power something, h square, okay, plus c. Okay, limit h tends to 0, this is h tends to 0, we can cancel. So the remaining term is 0, h tends to 0. So 2 by 3 factorial by 1 by 3 factorial is 2. Okay, that is the answer. So this is let's end up here. Thank you.